What advice do you give to people that are trying to find the right time to leave their day job to pursue their side hustle full time?
Ask someone else.
Yeah.
You have like one of the most devoted fan bases, and like in the world, it shows all the fun activations you've done. Case in point, you're like working with M&Ms to hold like the fans to get involved with the game. Like Tony, you might be playing, you might have to sub in and play the game. Sorry, that was another sports.
And
reference.
I'll be ready. No, I'll be ready to sub in like netball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, is it tennis? No, no, I'm kidding. The good people at the AO, I know that it's tennis.
And you know, you're helping people score free chockies, so everyone loves an M&M. How do you cultivate the relationship with your audience? Like, how do you keep it going? I know, like, I'm one of them, a TARPer. Oh, like, how do you keep it going for so long?
Well, we don't have to guess what TARPers like because we are TARPers. So if we're into it, it means everyone's into it. And spoiler alert, we're into M&Ms.
We're very into M&Ms.
So M&Ms wanted to know, yes,
We're keen. We're in.
done. Thank you.
And I just want to ask, what's like the secret to your dynamic duo? Like, what brings you two together and makes it happen? Besides sexual tension.
Yeah, and Charles.
Yeah.
Charles brings us together each day. No, I think the biggest thing when we started was that we genuinely didn't know each other that well. And so when you listen to an early ep of the pod, it's two strangers that were friendly with each other but didn't really know each other.
Yep.
And then I think the fun for us has been getting to know each other through that time and learning like the good stuff and the bad stuff and like how to be good to each other, what pisses each other off. Like, I think we've actually got quite a genuine relationship.
Yep. And I think we both have we both find the same things funny.
Totally.
We both wanted this to be our main squeeze. Because I think if
What you call me?
yeah, I think if one of you is like all in and the other one is like, oh, yeah, I'll just turn up on Tuesday and record. I think over time that gets a bit awkward and a bit tricky. And I want to do this and I think that's funny. Oh, but I think that's funny. But I think that we're both real similar makes it so much easier.
Totally. Great answer.
Yeah, lovely answer. You guys just...
I work here.
You guys are just so lovely, and it's just like so much fun listening to you. Like, I listen to you every single day, to and from work, at work, all those things. And you've just announced that you are a part of the Australian Open this year. And I want to ask, at the Australian Open, is it going to be a dry or wet heat? Are you wanting it, like, which one would you prefer, a dry or wet heat? What makes it the Australian Open?
It's a very, very good question. I would prefer a dry heat because the tennis balls get fuzzy
Oof, yep.
otherwise. They don't like that.
Yep.
And I just want to clear the air really quickly because there's a lot of chat online about the fact that I'm joining the AO as a player.
Yep.
And that is what I believed initially. That's how they got me over the line. Something actually probably before my speed was the M&Ms. and they saw that, and that's okay.
Because someone told Toni that they have wild cards in tennis, and she's like, wow.
I was like, that's going to be me.
I am the ultimate
That's
wild
me.
card.
So I went and bought a pleated skirt, and they said, maybe pop that back in your cupboard. Not really needed.
I think you
Can
look
I tell
very
you
stunning.
something?
Thank you.
You can use this in the article if you like or not, but because we're filming at the Australian Open, we had to like get like staff login so we could do the safety, tick here. Do you
Don't
agree?
talk to the players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then like, do you agree that like if there's a fire, here's the plan, blah blah. So we had to do a little bit of that stuff.
It's like a lot of induction.
That all company inductions do. I stopped where I was supposed to stop, and Toni kept going down the thing, and now she's inducted herself, and she actually did all the training to be a ball girl, even though we did not have to do that, and she's not going to be a ball girl. She's like, geez, a lot of questions about being a ball boy and a boy.
And Ryan's like, yeah, and I was like, God, it took ages, eh? He goes,
not really.
like I could see like it ticking over, and then I'm
Took me like 3 minutes.
I was like, it took me ages, eh? Like, what was I doing? And then I'm like, did you do all the stuff about being on the court? He's like,
No, actually.
so I am actually not
certified.
a certified ball girl. And I mean, my boyfriend calls me that anyway. The AO.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You both have been in the podcast media landscape, for some time. You've been on radio, You've been in Spotify original podcast. You've written a book. Ryan, you have done your MBA. When you've gone through all of that and it's been a bit crazy, and now you're in full control, like how is that different from being like, you know, part of an entity and like you get to be your own boss, like your own fierce, sexy bosses? Like how does that differ from being a part of other brands and to being in charge of your own content that puts out? Because everything is so authentic with you, and that's why I think everyone loves you so much, because you're so true to you.
Well, when you work in a big company, there's the big bosses and they have the plans and the strategies and they kind of say, here's what we need you to do. And then you figure out how to do that. Tony would still ask me like, so what do we do? And I go, I don't know.
Well, 'cause at the beginning, I'd never not had a boss, well, several layers of
Bosses,
boss.
yeah.
So that was hard in the beginning, I think, to trust myself, my own instincts, and not just kind of expect that there was someone that knew what we were doing. But even when we were working with Spotify and like in the very beginning, when we were trying to figure it out, at each point, we've been really lucky. Everyone we've worked with has let us retain like the control over what the content would be. And it was just kind of like it was different people that we were partnering with for ad sales and stuff like that, and working creatively with them, but not really on the pod. So I think we've been really lucky that all the choices we've made, we've been able to be like, no, let's back ourselves in, and we've had people kind of helping us with that rather than trying to control it.
Yeah. So big bosses, it's good to know what to do, but then I guess, well, when you're in a big company, you're like, oh, it'd be so good to be out on your own. But then you're out on your own and you're like, oh, God, it'd be great to have a boss to tell us what to do.
It's quite revealing. Like, I think you realize, like, oh, there really is, like, yeah, when you've got a boss, you're like, God, imagine if we could do anything. And then when you can do anything, you're like, imagine if someone could tell us.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful.
That would be awesome. But I think, yeah, we figured it out together, which has been quite fun, eh?
Yep, absolutely.
And it definitely shows, like, it's like, I'm just going to keep going on how much you guys love each other and I love you. I feel like I'm like your best friend, and that's the joy that I get when I listen to you. You, like last month, you had your 1000th episode. Congratulations. Big slay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As like things have grown and changed, like how has your dynamic changed in the podcast? Like how like, you know, you started as not really knowing each other. Now you're like best friends and, you know, a little bit flirting at the start. Like, you know, there's such a different dynamic from episode 1 to 1000. How, like, has it changed, like, your friendship? I know it has, but, like, is there things that we don't get to see through the podcast that have, like, happened as friends?
Well, we do a pretty good job, I think, of, like, as we've got to know each other, respecting each other, knowing each other's boundaries, or getting to know if I'm being grumpy, Tony, oh, he's okay, I'll just give him some space, you know, and you kind of get used to working with each other. And I think that's, like, a bit of the reason we've lasted so long is because we kind of get better at just reading each other and being chill, and we don't really ever get angry at each other, which I don't know if that's a really boring answer, but we've done a lot of work on our relationship and spend a lot of time talking with each other and asking how we're doing and checking in and what's a concern and what are you liking and not liking. And I think if one of us says we don't like something, the other one goes, okay, well, let's stop doing that, or let's fix that, or let's bring something in to avoid it. And yeah, I think we've kind of evolved as friends and people over the last 4.5 years.
And when we first started, it was like really weird going from like, we'd be just friends who were kind of getting to know each other. And then we would be, okay, hang on, we're recording a podcast now. We're co-hosts. And now, oh, hang on. We have to tell someone that we got paid from that thing. How do we do tax? And do we need a business? And so it would be like changing hats all the time. And the way that we were talking to each other would have to change, because we go, all right, well, now we're business side, now we're creative side, now we're this. I think that we're better at being fluid between those as well.
Yep.
And we have a bit more support obviously now too, which means you don't have to like jolt between worlds all the time.
Yep.
But I would say, like, I don't think that our dynamic has changed all that much. I think that we've just gotten closer, and I reckon you can tell.
Yeah, it sounds like
in the best way. Yeah.
Definitely. You definitely can tell. It's like, it's just such a fun world to be a part of, being a TARPer. It's like, it's a little bit of a family that you don't like get to see every day. You just get to listen to, and it's so lovely. When it comes to being in the podcast world and standing out, like, and finding the side hustles and all those things, it's so much going on. Like, I'm a drag queen outside of my 9 to 5. Like, my fun joy is really joy. And what advice do you give to people that are trying to find the right time to leave their day job to pursue their side hustle full time?
Ask someone else.
Yeah.
I am. So
that was a daily conversation I had with Toni for years.
I'm a really conservative person. Like, I like to know, like, I was a freelancer before going into radio when I was working like in live audio still. And I would be so stressed all the time. Like, how am I going to pay rent? How can I eat this week? Can I do my car payment and stuff? Like, that world is not for me. I really like the stability of being like, well, I get paid once a fortnight and it's this amount and I know exactly how it gets divvied up and that's fine. I really like to like know where I'm at. And so when we were having the conversation of like, and it wasn't even like, I think a lot of people probably think like, oh, we started making X amount of money, so we knew we could go out on our own. It was actually the time. Like, it was that we were creating so much for the pod that it was like trying to fit that in around our 9 to 5 jobs started. So like, I ended up talking with the job I was doing, being like, can I do 7 till 3 instead of 9 to 5 so that I can take some meetings in the afternoon? And like, it was more just the capacity was not possible anymore.
Yep.
And I would love to think that everybody who is doing like something creative, like on the side, that you get to that point and you go, I just can't do my 9 to 5 anymore, because it's a great feeling. But it's a feeling more so than like and at 7 weeks and 3 days, you'll know exactly that it's the right time.
Yeah, or you've got this amount saved up, ready to go.
It doesn't mean any, yeah.
Even money locked in is never locked in also.
Oh my God, yeah.
But one day there was a big conversation about money and can we survive without 9 to 5 jobs? And it all came down to Toni saying, I'm not sure if I should get meat from the butcher. Because if we go out on our own, I don't want to be getting all fancy and getting ahead of myself.
I've got to cut back.
I've got to rein it in.
I'll
be
start
conservative.
Thukin from Coles, you know. I'll get cut back from the Mecca beauty loop, you know. I've just really got to rein it in. And Ryan was like, okay. And I think that might have been one of the first times that he was like, I just need to let her go sometimes. I think that's like, it would have been easy for you to go, no, you don't. It was just like, okay. And now I'm better.
Well, and we understood that when you're like, I like to know when I'm getting paid. And I'm like, great. So we'll pay you this amount every month. And you went, great. Get the butcher steak.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Like, did you think about taking salmon away from Pippa in that situation? Or was that like a no-go?
Never.
Pippa has to have the salmon.
Nah. No. That's the last thing on the list. First thing on the list is house. Live in the car.
I was going to say you would live
in the
on
car
the streets,
with the salmon.
but yeah.
I've got a little mini fridge for Pippa's salmon.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are wanting to start podcasts. And do you feel the space is a bit full on for newcomers? And what would you suggest to a newcomer trying to start a podcast to stand out in that world?
I don't think that anything can ever be oversaturated. Like, I think that there is always room for everyone. And a Ryan John special that I love is a rising tide lifts all ships. Like, if podcasting is doing well, we can all do well. Like, there's room for all of us. And this is like a really boring answer. But the beginning for us, it was just that we did it and we were super consistent and we actually enjoyed it. Like,
if you're doing it for a cash grab, or then when the time gets tough or the money's not there and you go, why am I doing it? And it's like, oh, well, if you actually enjoy doing it and the prep and the writing and the research and the editing, if you enjoy it anyway, it's so much easier to keep going.
Yeah. And we, in the beginning, it wasn't about like, oh, we want to quit our jobs, let's start a podcast. It was, Toni wants to practice being on air. Like, I just wanted flying hours so that I could make a different podcast.
Get a radio job.
Radio show.
Still hasn't got a radio job, so we're all good.
Still open though, if 92.9 listening.
Yep.
But it's like, we just kept doing it because we actually had fun. And we sat down, it was like maybe the 3rd or 4th Saturday in a row that we'd done it. And I was like, are we doing this? And we were like, yeah, like we're all in. And we said we would keep doing it as long as it's fun.
Yep.
And it hasn't stopped being fun yet.
And it still is.
Yeah.
Now we're eating M&Ms like fucking heroes.
Like legends of the AO. They still might ask me to play.
Yeah.
So the TARPers love what you do. Last year, you went to the US to the Webbys Awards, and Of course you did. You won People's Choice Awards. Prior to that, you won a Listener's Choice Award with Australian Podcast Awards. Now the Golden Globes have a podcast category. Do we have an inside scoop? Are you going to be entering it next year?
We will never be able to go to the Golden Globes because Toni is not cool around famous people.
I'm really not.
She's
I saw John Howard in the airport once and screamed in his face.
yeah, former Prime Minister John Howard. She went, "That's John Howard," and he went, "Yeah." As Toni pointed in between his eyebrows.
I literally was in his face.
And if we were in a room with DiCaprios and Kardashians and Chamalets and Polars, she would be like, it would be so uncomfortable for everyone there that I think it's best for us just to avoid it.
Because I'd think I was playing it cool and I'd be like,
No, you wouldn't.
looking around, like really desperate to ask for a selfie with every single person there. I'd be like, we could do that break the internet selfie. And they'd be like, oh, we're not into it. Yeah, that was like 30 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love that they've added it. I think it's really fun.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's really, really cool. It was cool to see Amy Poehler win it. Like, what a fucking legend.
Yep.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Now, before we wrap up, thank you both so much for today. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. I want to just end it with a normal or nah.
Love
Putting
it.
M&Ms inside of your popcorn at the movies. Normal or nah?
Oh my God, I'm such a normal for this. I love the chocolate, the sweet and the savory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there really is not. I think it's the perfect bite.
They get all melty and yummy. Like, oh, it's great.
Although that because Toni traditionally is a peanut M&M fan, which I think that's the salty and the sweet.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah,
a bit of texture in there as well.
Yeah, it's a hard yes from me.
I love it. I love it so. Oh my God, I actually went to the cinemas on the weekend and just movie cinema popcorn. How come you can never get it like that at home?
It's different.
What? Yeah,
it's different.
Like, why is it so much better? Okay, no, so I do love a peanut M&M. However, they've just announced a crunchy cookie M&M, and it is so new and so exclusive that I haven't even had it yet, but it's on my Christmas wish list. I'm hoping that in the next 5 minutes there's a crunchy cookie M&M in my mouth. There's not a lot that I would. Do you know what is a good M&M flavor? The cookie dough one that they, I think that you can get in America. That's very good. So now I'm excited to the cooked cookie on the inside.
Ooh, yeah, they've got an exclusive Australian Open shades.
Yeah, the light blue. Oh my God. The blue M&M I think is my favorite character-wise.
Is that the little guy or the big guy?
It's the little one.
Nah, the big guy's for me.
There's yellow.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having us. That's so fun.
Thank you for letting me chat with you. This has been like a little bit of a dream. When they asked me, I had like a full body sweat and convulse. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Nick, calm down. You're going to freak out. But then I was like, nah. And then I still freaked out.
Oh my God. And then we joined the Zoom and Ryan called you Matthew. Iconic.
Oh, well, thanks for taking some time out of your busy graphic design schedule to chat to us. We appreciate it.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have an amazing day. And remember to wear sunscreen when you're at the AO.
Oh my God,
Great
no,
call.
top of my list.
Great
Love it. That's good advice.
And also stretch, because if you're going in, you don't want to pull anything. Remember to stretch.
See, this is the thing, because what if they call me in at the last second and I'm not body ready?
You're not
I'll
limber.
be outfit ready, but I won't be body ready.
You got to be limber.
Yeah. You'll have to bend me over, stretch me out. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Love you so much.
Bye.
Bye.